Hello, my name is Monet, and I'm your host of Winding Through Time, the podcast that travels through time to explore different people, places, and events while pairing these facts with wine. Thank you so much for joining me today as I explore the year they all disappeared. So let me start by saying I'm a huge football fan, or should I say a huge college football fan. Although I don't watch NFL football regularly or have a favorite team, I make it a point to tune into the Super Bowl every year. And I'm extremely excited about this year's matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, there's a lot of hype and interesting storylines surrounding this year's game. You have Coach Andy Reid coaching against his former team and a few firsts. So on Sunday, this will be the first time that siblings have played against each other with Travis and Jason Kelsey. The other first I'm thrilled about is this is the first Super Bowl that will feature two starting black quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts for the Philadelphia Eagles and Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs. As I watch these two black men make history, I can't help but think about how 78 years ago, this would not have been possible. It's not because there weren't any black starting quarterbacks or any black quarterbacks. It's because there weren't any black players at all. 1935 was the year they all disappeared, and it would take 12 long years for them to reappear. For 12 years, owners had an unspoken gentleman's agreement to ban black players. This ban would last from 1934 to 1946. The person responsible for pressing this ban is a sort of whodunit, but it said Washington Redskins owner George Preston Marshall was instrumental in pressing for the ban. According to historian Jack Silverstein, the owners argued the Great Depression would cause fans to resent black players, and since they were the last ones allowed into the sport, they should be the first ones out. Washington's owner, Marshall, was a known racist, but the complicity of the other owners like Tim Murrah and Art Rooney made the ideal a reality. And so this dirty little agreement would sideline and crush the dreams of many talented black football players. Players like Kenny Washington and Woody Strode, who were exceptional college football players, they would go undrafted. Washington was the first Bruin to lead the nation in total offense and was considered the most brilliant player in the U.S. Washington would wait 7 years before he was given the opportunity to play in the NFL. Now, the NFL would reintegrate, but it would take pressure from Black sports writers in the Black community, and this pressure caused the LA Rams to sign Kenny Washington in 1946. It would take those other owners who participated in that little dirty agreement years and decades to follow suit. Mer's Giants would not sign a black player again until 1948. The Bears, 1952. The Packers, 1950. And of course, it took Marshall's Redskins the longest. The Redskins did not sign a black player until 1962, and it took a threat from the federal government to force them. Great strides have been taken since 1946, but the NFL has a long way to go. Hopefully, it won't take another 70 plus years to improve this. But in the meantime, I'll celebrate the history that's being made on Sunday. So, in celebration, I won't be popping champagne, but I will be popping open a bottle of Rosa Regale. Now, you can purchase this wine at your local supermarket or wine shop for about $16. And like the quarterbacks on Sunday, this wine sparkles. It's a sparkling red wine, so be prepared for a little effervescence. It has a beautiful cranberry color and a delicious aroma of strawberries and fresh flowers with a hint of cinnamon will fill your nose. Now, your tongue will be greeted with the taste of strawberries and raspberries. And although the raspberries can be tart, this wine is far from that. This wine is a sweeter wine that is smooth and well balanced, just like both of the quarterbacks who'll be playing. It's a fairly low alcohol content, so you can sip it throughout the game without worrying about going overboard. This wine pairs very well with chocolate or fruit, so it'll make a great addition for your Super Bowl appetizer table or a nice Valentine's Day celebration. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Winding Through Time. Pour a glass of wine and join me every Wednesday as I explore historical events and the wines that relate to them.